Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so that a nostalgia critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. As we roll on Daniel Day-Lewis month, it's time to delve into another one. One that requires a certain amount of blood. Because there will be blood. As in, there will be blood. No, seriously, that's the name of the movie. In 2007, Daniel Day-Lewis came up with a mining type movie where he struck gold as far as oil is concerned. Would this turn him into the next Scarface? Or Tony Montana for that matter? Let's find out with There Will Be Blood. Miramax and Paramount Vantage is responsible for this movie, so they get all the props, and no, this is not for monetary purposes. This is strictly for review. As we start with dead silence that slowly but surely gets louder and louder as the title is shown. In fine font, might I add. Geez, you think they took this out of Indiana Jones? No, seriously, this looks like something from Indiana Jones. As we see our prospective miner mining for oil. Why? Because oil leads to riches, and riches leads to dreams beyond your wildest imaginations. Unfortunately, this is going nowhere. It's just resulting in sparks. Nothing but pure sparks. Okay, you're not getting anywhere with that pickaxe. You need something a bit sturdier than that. And there's Daniel Day-Lewis himself. All badass with a beard. Unfortunately, this is going nowhere. So let's press on, where we find he has a child. A sweet child, who's supposed to be the next reins of the mining business. Leading to land. Glorious, glorious land. Look at all the precious oil. We must have the precious. Gee, that's gotta suck. Good thing they wear those oil coats. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, it's hot oil we go. Uh-oh, this oil is going to spill. I can't see his mouth, or his face for that matter. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't seem too thrilled as he stares at his young child. Oh, don't cry, little one. Oh, great parenting! Yeah, let's stick some booze into that baby bottle. I'm sure that'll get the baby to shut up. Parent of the Year award, not. Eventually, the young lad grows up, and Daniel Day-Lewis is training him to become the heir to the throne, with the help of his new friend, who is like the Ned Flanders of this movie, Eli. They're talking about expanding the foundation, or something like that, in order to gain a lot more money. Because you know what they say, oil leads to land, and land leads to money. And money leads to fame and fortune and glory, and that leads to drugs, and that leads to Hakuna Matata. Of course, the son is not too thrilled. Or is he? Nah, he's not too thrilled. Of course not, because he can't have his father-son bondage like most father and sons should have. This relationship is on a strain, if I do say so myself. Basically, he does all the dirty work, he suffers for it, and his daddy doesn't give two shits about it. He just wants to make sure he builds that oil business up and up and up and up and up and up and up until it's very well rich. Get it? Oil terms there?
That's enough now. That's enough. That's enough.
Again, great parenting by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Can you hear me in there?
Dude, he's deaf! You turned him deaf! What makes you think he's gonna hear you? Again! Great parenting! How could you do this to your child? Torture him to the point where now he's deaf? He's got some erotic disease that's not gonna be cured? This is horrible! And you have nobody to blame but yourself. Of course, they're gonna call a doctor to figure out the problem, which is obvious. He's deaf!
Now the other side.
Of course, this means the end of the wonderful father-son relationship, because it'll all go downhill from there. Daniel Day-Lewis will do everything in his power to try and get rid of this kid, since he's no longer worthy and an asset to the business franchise. Again, for shame on you for your bad parenting techniques. Of course, this doesn't slow his business down. He continues to build and build and build, much like Tony Montana and his drug business in Scarface. It's unstoppable to this point. As he finds his way into the dry land. What the hell is he doing? Apparently that's for their mining. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we see a nice reunion. Goat's milk? Who the hell wants to drink goat's milk?
We're gonna have this teacher help you. He's gonna help take care of all of this. Understand? So I need you. I need your help. Got everything we need now to build this school.
It's nice that you're trying to patch things up with the boy, but it's too little too late. You've already fragmented him enough as it is. Look at him. He's ready to take his anger out on his daddy. What led to this, of course? Of course, he goes to church, and he confesses that he's abandoned his child, leading to one of the most famous quotes of the movie. Which, of course, is another one of those instant Daniel Day-Lewis moments, if you know what I mean.
You have abandoned all because he was sick and you have sinned. So say it now. I am a sinner. Say it louder. I am a sinner. I am a sinner. Louder, Daniel. I am a sinner. I am a sinner. I am sorry, Lord. I am sorry, Lord. I want the blood. Want the blood? You have abandoned your child. I have abandoned my child. I
Say it. Say it.
Say it louder. I've abandoned my child!
There we go.
I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my boy!
You think he has turned the table, but no. Eventually, he gets rid of his son one more time and brags about it with pork ribs or baby back ribs. And guess what else he does? The other famous scene in this movie. He gets rid of Eli, but he doesn't get rid of him in any ordinary way. He insults him to the point where he drags him down to nothing.
A false prophet, God is a superstition. I hear you at the back.
He turns the table on poor Eli. My, how the tables have turned. Now Daniel is going to take out Eli.
God is a superstition. Those arrows have been drilled. Those arrows have been drilled.
This, of course, leads to the most famous milkshake phrase. Yes, you need a shit ton of help because you're a no-life loser. You have no hope. You're like Ned Flanders. You're stupid. Doomed. And Daniel's gonna tear you apart. Here comes the milkshake speech.
Daniel, I won't bore you, but if I could grab the Lord's hand for help, I would. But he does these things all the time. These mysteries that he presents, and while we wait for his word.
Good God, boy. Jesus Christ. You can't handle that pressure? Watch Daniel tear him apart. Talk about Major Bird.
Stop crying, sniveling.
Yeah, I'm with you. Quit your crying. There's no crying in this movie. Drained to the ground. All of the precious oil has been drained. This is just funny. I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be sad, but this is funny. And then he throws a whole grenade. Then he starts bragging about how he's, oh my God, he's killing him with a bowling ball. This is Daniel Day-Lewis at his most badass. I'm amazed Eli's missing all this. This doesn't end right there. Then he grabs a bowling pin and he starts... He's chucking him with a bowling pin! Oh my god, this guy's a lunatic! Okay, crawling's not gonna help you. You're just gonna... Oh no, you're done now. Watch this. Boom! Oh, and that's not all. Not only does he knock him out with the bowling pin, guess what else he does with the bowling pin? He beats the crap. He basically beheads him with a bowling pin. He bludgeoned him with a bowling pin. That is like the most badass thing I've ever seen Daniel Day-Lewis do. He then sits down, catches his breath, as the blood is draining on poor Eli. Actually, I don't really feel bad for Eli, to be quite honest. Some dude starts walking down the stairs, wonders what the hell is going on down there, and... By the way, nice bowling alley. I don't know how the hell they managed to fit that into the house, but... Which basically means the movie's over. No, really, that is the end of the movie. As the violin plays in the background and Eli lays to hell. Because that's basically where he's going to end up going. I mean, that is the most badass way to end a fucking movie, if I do say so myself. So that's There Will Be Blood. Another great movie by Daniel Day-Lewis. It did win an award. I think it was an Oscar, if I'm correct. If not, feel free to correct my mistake on the comment section. But this is a really great movie with probably the most badass ending ever. Daniel Day-Lewis showing the authority that he has. Classic. I highly recommend this one. Especially if you love Daniel Day-Lewis being Daniel Day-Lewis, which he clearly is in this movie. I'm the CommanderZander. I remember until the time to great don't have to, and neither should you.